So today we're doing an update on my Acorns investing app. Now, to be honest, I haven't actually checked this account in some time here, so I'm actually excited to go through this with you in real time. We're actually going to break this down and see how we are doing. Now, if you haven't been on this channel before, I actually have another portfolio that I share with you guys through a platform called M1 Finance, which I actually showcase in depth and all the stocks I hold and everything else in between. So one, make sure you follow it along if you want to see all of that, or go check out some more of the content here on the channel. And part of the reason I want to make this video is one, because when it comes to getting started with investing, it can be very daunting. And I think Acorns is actually honestly one of the best when it comes to actually just going ahead and opening up an account and throwing money in without really thinking twice. And so effectively what I did was I actually did that process because I have another channel that's called True Financials, where I actually teach people how to use these things. And so I want to do reviews for these kind of products and see what they're like. So you can see here on this account right now, we have about $1,053.57. $20 of that is in a checking account because Acorns now has that. And let's just go into the invest and kind of just take this over and take a quick look. All right, so we're here now in the invest section, and you can see, again, we have a total of $1,033, and we have a 9% gain in our all-time. Now, you see some swivels here because we've actually tested things out before, but in this time, I just wanted to be very consistent with this, and we're actually approaching 1 year here very shortly, and I want to show you the power of this effect. So you can see here, we actually have $20 that goes into this account pretty much every single Monday. We haven't stopped it since we started, and it also does the roundup feature. You can see here it's set up as automatic. So if I actually click this little button over here on the right hand side, didn't seem to go the first time. In our all time, it's a little skewed here, but what we're gonna do is go into our 1 year marker here, and you're gonna see this nice, pretty much up into the right marker here. Although if you follow it along on a daily basis, it's never just a straight line up. You can see like little dips or slowdowns as well. So we've made over almost $100 here in the last year, having done nothing else but constantly be investing. So if I sold everything today, we would actually be up a really healthy amount of money for having just stayed the course. Now, the great thing with Acorns, if you're not very familiar with it, is all you got to do is really just tell Acorns how you are when it comes to your risk tolerance, and then it'll pretty much invest for you. Now, not everybody needs that kind of support. Obviously, some people prefer individual stocks, and they do have that, of course, but most people will use other things like Robinhood or M1 Finance. But these are what it's invested in. It's invested in 4 ETFs, which are large companies, medium-sized companies, and small companies, and then some international. So it kind of has a separation between all of these as far as percentages it invests in. But what's really, really cool, and let's go back up here towards this, is that I don't have to worry about doing any of this. I just deposit, and then it just goes all the way through. So far, it's been working really, really well. And if by any chance, as we continue to go through this, if you want to invest with Acorns, I'll have a link for you in the show notes down below. That actually gets you a $20 exclusive bonus using our link. And it does help support us out so we can make more content just like this. Now, really quick, if we go to the reoccurring section, for some reason, my mouse ain't working there. If we go to the reoccurring section here, obviously we can change this amount right over here. But what I really love about this, except for my mouse not working, is when I go in here and I go ahead and test out whatever number amount that I can invest with. Like, let's say I've been doing 20 bucks for, coming up on a year now. And then I want to say, hey, I got a raise or I got a bonus. Maybe I'm able to like have more money being used up towards investing. I can say, hey, I want to invest $30 a week now instead. You see this little section right over here on the top? It actually shows us, and we can click on this too, except for my mouse isn't working, so I'll just manually push it. Right over here, what that boost in that extra $10 a week will actually do for us. So you can see this, it's an extra $42,308. Obviously, it's potential, it's not exact, but just based off of what we have available for us, it's all set up this way, that we're gonna have that really nice return. Now, this is obviously for the age of 64, but hey, maybe this is not intended for like a retirement or anything. I can actually move this toggle, except for, again, my mouse ain't working. So I'm just gonna manually do this here. So you can see here, let's say, hey, I wanna use this money by 41, because that's what I can lock it in there for. Even that $30 jumping from 20 is still an additional $4,500. And you can see our total amount right over there that we would actually have would actually be closer to $18,000 in total that we'd have in this account. And so I love when a company can showcase the power of just a few extra dollars and what that could really mean for you. So For us in this account, I'm going to wait for the full year to go through to see how we actually did. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to kind of see that process, and then maybe bump this up to $30, maybe $40, and then see the impact that that's going to have over time as well. Now, like I said, this is just me kind of giving updates on this account so you can follow along and see how we're doing, as well as the rest of the account here with our M1 Finance. And if you're somebody who wants to go ahead and do Acorns as a means to go ahead and get started, I got you covered because we have reviews, but we also have a full guide tutorial to help you walk step by step on what it takes to actually have your account set up nicely. So what I'm going to do is actually, maybe on this side, post my video for you so you can go ahead and click on that and go check it out. It's on my main channel so you can keep learning.